Tongues is something that God has given to us that is so powerful that I believe the enemy has fought it tooth and nail because he doesn't want people speaking in tongues. So the first thing I want to say is, why would the Apostle Paul, who was so filled with the wisdom of God, had heard so much from heaven, received so much from heaven, say, I pray in tongues more than you all?
There we go. That's a great question. Why would Paul tell us to speak in tongues more than, that he speaks in tongues more? Wish we spoke more in tongues. What's going on there?
Well, I think very simply, and I think, people often read way more into verses that's actually there. I think this is because don't forget, Paul is chiding the Corinthian church throughout this letter. There is just one problem after the other. The Corinthian church was a messy church, let's just put it this way. And here, I think he is, because they are over exaggerating the use of the gifts, he's selling them in a sort of somewhat sarcastic way. You think you're the best at it, but really, you haven't got anything on me. But that's it. Yeah. It's not an encouragement for you to do anything more. It's not a statement that you must be like Paul or you have to have the gifts of Paul. This is all, sometimes charismatic preachers use Bible verses as ginormous funnels where they can funnel in a ton of other truckload of baggage that they want to tell you that's actually not in the verse at all.
How can you say that? What do you reckon, Mr. K?
Out of experience.
Yeah, I think Steve's dead on. I think the roundtable that was just released on AGTV, it's going to be public next week, but it's only on AGTV right now. It's that Justin Peters and Jim Osman on one side, and then the other, Sam Storms and Dr. Michael Brown. Sam Storms said the Corinthians were as goofy and carnal as anybody, but they didn't take a backseat in spiritual gifts to anybody.
Oh, wow.
And I made a response video because he actually mentioned me by name because of one of my videos. So I made a response video. But when it came to that part of the video, I said, I just got to say that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Yeah. Because he's on one hand saying that the Corinthians were the best of the best when it came to spiritual gifts, but they were carnal and goofy as anyone. So what is he saying without even realizing how stupid he is?
Exactly.
He's saying the more spiritual gifts you have, it has no real impact on your moral life. Yeah,
Wow. That just spins me.
Yeah. So what the real story is that they were guilty of abusing the spiritual gifts, and that's why we have the writings from Paul. He was scolding them, and he was really mad at them for their misuse of the spiritual gifts. They
were getting a tongue lashing.
Yeah.